Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Andersen Acres. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about Shadowfax, our miniature horse. Several people, thank you, Lily, shush. Several people have asked me about him. They want to know a little bit about his story and why we chose a miniature horse. These are our goats. They're not supposed to be in this video, but you tell them. And Shadowfax. Hi, buddy. Good boy. So, Shadowfax is my son's mini horse. He's 16 years old, not the horse, my son. And he always wanted a mini horse. He specifically wanted a mini horse, not a larger horse. He loves the small size. He loves their personality. This guy just wants me to rub his head right now. Good boy. So he had been looking for a mini horse. He wanted a mini horse that was white. Yes, I know, he's actually gray. That's fine. He's close to white. Good enough. So my son looked for a mini horse, looked at a lot of pictures. Little goat bashing into my legs because she can. He looked at a lot of pictures, spent a long time finding just the right mini horse, and this is the one he fell in love with. He's really quite the perfect mini horse for my son. Now, when we got this guy, he was not in good shape. He was skinny as a rail. Yes, Gwen, I hear you. But he was skinny as a rail. He was infested with lice. His feet were so bad that the farrier was quite worried that she might not be able to help him. But Tristan loved him anyway. What can you do when your son falls in love? So we got this guy, this nice guy, and he was a little bit of work to turn into who he is today. Hi, buddy. You're such a good boy. And good, Gwen. Yes, good. Everybody's good. Everybody's happy. Thank you, little goat, rubbing into my legs again. So we had to treat his lice. Yeah, we absolutely did. We had to feed him because he was in a herd of mini horses and they would not let him eat. And when I say they would not let him eat, I mean they would not. They absolutely wouldn't let him near the food. So he was in a dry pasture, meaning there's not a lot to forage. Like we have a dry pasture here. There's not a lot for them to eat without me giving them hay. So when you've got guys in a dry pasture and the stallions in the herd will not let the little guys eat, you have a problem. Forgive me, he's a little bit dirty. That's because it rained recently and he's been rolling in the mud. So we got this little guy. He was pretty well starved. His feet were terrible, infested with lice. With the help of a vet, a really good farm vet, and our lovely farrier, we did manage to get him into good condition now. You can hold on, buddy. I'm not doing anything. He doesn't adore me. He loves Tristan. So we're going to go around to his other side because he prefers to be approached from this side. Just, whoa, good boy. Just because of his past. He was pretty abused. You'll notice he has on a rope halter. There's a reason for that. He is deathly afraid of the nylon halters. He's terrified. I can't even bring a nylon halter into this paddock or he just freaks out. He hates it. He absolutely hates them. We're not going to put a nylon halter on him. And he really likes having a halter on, just not the nylon ones. So the rope halter works perfectly. It is quite loosely fit. We do not actually use it to control him in any way. He's really just a pet. And he's really a very good boy. He comes when my son calls him. We don't have a lot of cause to put, yes, nice water. Num, num, num. We don't have a lot of cause to put a lead rope or even a halter on him. He just likes to wear it, and his halter has a little charm that says who he is just in case he ever gets away and people need to locate his owner. So he has a little charm with our phone number on it. That's the entire purpose of the halter. We don't actually grab him, buy it. We don't do anything at all with that rope halter. He just likes to wear it, and it keeps his ID charm nice and safe. So we got this guy, got him in good shape. You can see he's not overweight, but he's also not skinny. That's a great butt. Thank you. I will rub your butt if you want me to. You deciding? Okay. So My son wanted a mini horse just because he wanted one. I am not a horse person. I did not know anything about horses. So if you don't know anything about horses and you want to get a mini horse, I do have a few tips. The first one is know some horse people. If you don't already know horse people, you should get to know some horse people. I'm lucky. My sister, my older one, is a horse expert. So though I don't know a ton about horses, she really does. Now she knows about the larger horses, your standard horses. There are some differences between a standard and a mini, but someone who knows larger horses can also give you a lot of good guidance with the little ones. So I had her as a resource, which was excellent. The second person you want to find in your little team of people to help you learn about these animals and care for them properly, a really good farm vet. Find a good farm vet in your area. Ask other horse people. Find out who knows mini horses and get them on your team. Recruit them. Our farm vet comes out twice a year. You can get away with just once a year. I'm just showing you the goats because they're napping in the sun now. You can get away with just once a year. If your horse is healthy enough for that, Shadowfax is seen twice a year just because of his history. Chickens over there. And a cat about to fall in a water bucket. Good choice, Princess Orange. So the third person you want, an excellent farrier. Now we had to be really picky in our farriers because he was handled quite roughly before we got him. He was treated abysmally, and he's actually a little bit afraid of women. That's why he's backing away from me now. He's not afraid of me. He just prefers women leave him alone. And that's because a woman abused him. So he doesn't adore women, which is fine. He's just Shadowfax. He doesn't need to adore women. He's not anything but a pet. He only needs to love my son. We're just going to go over here and find out where that chick is that I'm hearing that can't get to his mom. That's because she's in the window. You're an idiot. Spot, get out here. Got a little one chirping away that is stuck under this coop. So I'm just going to see if I can, by walking, scare him that way. Come on, buddy. Sorry for the shot there. I'm just trying to scare him out of here. Anyway, back to Shadowfax. There's Mama. Walk this way, Spot. Yes. You're going the wrong way, honey. Anyway, we'll just keep an eye here, see if she can get the little one out. Come on, sweetie. Nah, she's not gonna. Oh well, I will get him after the video. He's there. He's just chirping his head off. Anyway, back to Shadowfax. You want a good farrier on your team. He was nervous. There you are. Hi, Shadowfax. Nah, he doesn't want me to touch him. That's okay, I don't have to touch him. I'm going to get this little chick out. Or I might not. Depends. Little baby chick. He's not actually stuck. The door is open. Here's Mama. Beautiful shots of chickens. Nice shots of chickens. Anyway, back to Shadowfax. So you need a really good farrier on your team. There he is. We'll just stay over here out of his way while he eats his food, because I don't want to bother him too much. Yes, other babies. There you go. Crisis averted. She has found her baby. Taken them all to have a drink. Anyway. Back to Shadowfax. You want a really good farrier. For him, we needed someone who was really, really patient. And even though he does not love women, he just doesn't. He's not going to. He was treated pretty badly by them. Goats. Even though he does not love women, don't worry about it, buddy. We have a female farrier. She is fantastic with him. And she trims everyone's feet, really. She can trim a big horse, she can trim a little horse. Just gonna go over here and get some shots of the chickens. She will trim alpacas or llamas. She will trim goats and pigs. So because we have a mixed farming operation happening here, there's a chicken, we wanted someone who could trim everyone. I didn't want to have 3 different farriers. That corner needs to be cleaned. Sorry. We will get to that later today. Who's in here? Everyone bathing in their sand and in the sun. Good job, guys. Yeah, beautiful. Again, that chicken by the feeder, not sick. Not sick. And that guy's nice. Anyway, so we have a fantastic farrier. She's really, really good with the small guys. Yeah, and good chicken. Thank you. Really good with the small guys. And she's really, really patient. Because of his history, I did not want someone who was going to manhandle him. Yeah, he's a good boy. So we needed someone who was very gentle, very patient. So we found someone. There's a cat coming after me now. There's another cat. And that someone is invaluable. She's fantastic. And find yourself a good farrier is my advice there. Sorry, Princess Orange. So just go back here and get a nice shot of him. I'm going to go around his other side. If you're wondering why his tail is trimmed short, that's the culprit. Goats will sometimes eat the hair off the tails or the manes. So his mane's not been chopped up too badly, but his tail has gotten eaten a little bit by the goats. That's too bad, but it happens. So this is our boy. Now I know someone's going to ask me, what do you feed a mini horse? For the most part, you feed them hay. That's what he's eating right now. Now, mini horses are not that picky with hay. They can eat a lot of different types of hay. What you want to do is avoid alfalfa. They really don't need it. They really should not have it once they're adults. So a hay without alfalfa, just a good grass hay, works really well. Now he also gets a scoop of grain. The grain we feed is called 60-30-10. It's just a really good all-round feed. He gets it. They get it. And we even feed a little bit to our chickens and sometimes even our rabbits, depending on who needs what. The third thing we feed him, and I'll just reach over the fence. The reason it's on the other side of the fence is because when I pull it over the fence, he's going to want it. Which is why I haven't given it to him yet today. Oh, what do I have? Whoa. So I feed a horse feed to make sure he gets all his vitamins and nutrients. Just because sometimes when you're feeding hay, it's not quite got enough. So I feed Tribute the Equine Nutrition Essential K pellets. It is really, really good. If you're trying to figure out which, step back so you can see the bag. If you're trying to figure out which feed, you want to check with your vet. That's what you want to do. So I'm just going to grab a handful here and show you what it looks like. It's just your basic pellet. Right? It's not anything too fancy. It's just, doesn't look like grain. Kind of looks like rabbit pellets. It's not rabbit pellets, I promise. It's horse feed. And we'll see if he wants to take it from me. Sometimes he'll only take it from Tristan. Good boy. It's really, really good for him. I'll give you a second handful, buddy, because you've been such a good boy. And he only needs really one small scoop of this a day because he's little. But it just gives him his rounded vitamins. You just want to make sure, you want some more? Good boy. Just want to make sure he's getting everything he needs. Also providing fresh water like you would for any animal. Good, clear, fresh water. For some reason, Medieval's trying to drink out of a bucket through a fence. He's not the smartest, but he's nice. And there's little Princess Orange eating little pellets of horse feed because she's nuts. But so he had kind of a sad beginning. He was 3 years old when we got him. He is 4 years old now. We've had him just over a year. Technically, he was 2.5 when we got him. Hi, Lily. You guys can't have the horse feed. You have your own goat feed. I'm just going to move this. Yeah, so don't give the horse feed to goats. You can get a goat feed for goats. We'll talk about goats in a different video. I just want to answer a few questions about Shadowfax. Let everyone know he did have a poor start. And I just want to get back to his body condition for a second. If you look, he actually looks fantastic right now. He is not overweight. So he's not so pudgy. As you might see, some mini horses get really fat. He is not. But you can't see his ribs. If you look nice and close, you cannot see his ribs. You should not be able to see his ribs, but you should be able to feel them. You should be able to see that he has hips, but they should not stick out like pointy little points of something. So he is in really good body condition. Last year you could see his ribs. His hips stuck out like you wouldn't even believe. He did not look good. So just because someone maybe isn't in the best condition, it doesn't mean you shouldn't get them. I have goats attacking me right now. Not really attacking me. They just want this bag. Can't have this bag. You guys are nuts. You cannot have this bag. Go away. But just because someone's maybe not in the best condition does not mean that you shouldn't consider them. Now, yes, my son paid for him, but he is technically a rescue. This guy, this beautiful boy, we love him very much. Don't turn your nose up at a rescue. Just be prepared to get your vet and farrier on the case right away, because that's really what he needed. Beautiful boy. He absolutely needed a vet's care right away. He couldn't wait. He was infested with lice. He needed topical treatment for that. He needed antibiotics because he had a goopy eye. It was not good, but he is in fantastic shape now. And he loves his goat friends and he loves his cat friends. And he's quite protective of his chickens. So he actually is almost like a guard dog for us. That's the reason I don't really have a dog out here. I have a dog in the house, but I don't really have a dog out here because I don't need one. This guy will scare off everything from your foxes and your hawks to your coyotes. We have a huge field back there, and back there we have coyotes. With this guy on the case, coyotes will not come anywhere near this pen because he is very, very protective of his little family. So don't turn your nose up at a rescue. They can be fantastic. Just make sure you have a really good vet, and don't hesitate to call the vet or the farrier if you need them. Well, that's all for now. I'm going to go put this feed away before the goats attack me. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.